there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another car video. My biggest frustration as a dating coach. Yeah, you know what? Even though the title of dating coach, that was something just given to me recently. I was always either a relationship expert or an opinionated brother or something, right? But I've had one consistent frustration over the years. And that's the men that I wrote my books with the intention of helping the most are usually the ones that give me the most hell. And the ones I'm most likely to get in arguments with, right? Let me give you some background. One, I want to shout out Alan Roger Curry because this video is inspired in part by the recent set of videos he did about men failing to understand a woman's nature. And I understand his frustration because one of the things I have in common with Alan Roger Curry, though he talks about it a lot more since he liked rubbing his balls in people's faces, is that I have a lot of experience being like that side man, the backdoor man, you know, the one messing with generally women with boyfriends. I avoided married women to the extent that I knew they were married, because if a woman lied to a man, she'll lie to me too, so I don't know. I think I might have dealt with some separated women at best, but I tried to avoid the other ones. But whatever the case, you know, I've been sitting in I used to sit in living rooms and some women say, hey, you gotta be quiet, that's my boyfriend calling, or something like that. Or you talk to them and they tell you straight up they got somebody. And they'd be the ones telling you how they'll get away with it. One woman said, yeah, I was like, she wanted to go out. And I said, don't you got a man? She said, well, you know, me and you like brother and sister. I was like, that's what you're going to tell them, right? Yeah. It's like, shit. So, but, and I, you know, part of the thing was, you know, I've said on several occasions, many guys asked me for a book because I had already did something for women. But then, you know, I realized how many frustrated, like, good men there are out there, men doing the right thing or what society tells them. So I said, all right, let me write a book for them. And when I wrote Nice Guys and Players, I really thought if anybody would have clowned me, it would have been the players for whatever reason. I really did. I really, truly did. I thought, but I was like willing to deal with that. I was willing to deal with that because I said, no, I'm up here trying to help these fellas out. It's the other way around. It was the blatant, like the known womanizers, the players, even a few pimps who supported me. I mean, they just plop it down. I even had some ministers plop down some money right away. You know, like those type of ministers, you know, like fucking half their congregation. They plop down money right away. Nice guys, oh my God, man. I mean, they would argue with you, fight with you. And I go to seminars or do a seminar or something. I hate to run into a nice guy. I'm serious, because they would argue with you. I mean, I had one seminar, right? There's one nice guy, self-proclaimed nice guy. He took my book, said he read it, didn't agree with anything in it, right? Said it. I give him that for boldness and shit. But then at another seminar we were both at, he looking kind of sad because some woman pushing up on me. A woman who knew I was married at the time. She pushing up on me. He checking her out. She all up on me, basically, and she basically let people know, hey, I'm interested in her. I'm serious, it was that fucking deep, right? But then the dudes, you know, and that's always been the case, right? Always been the case. Like, they the ones be like, I don't need it, or they the ones, if they even read it or anything, they didn't agree with anything. But yet, you get some blatant players, like dudes, you read them, you're around this dude for maybe a half an hour or something, or 20 minutes, and you know this dude knows some stuff. And they be agreeing, they be like, yeah, Ron, read your book, man, you were right on, man, yeah, man, I've been thinking all those things too. Or sometimes it ain't even some dude who read the book, they take one look at it. Because many true players are very intuitive, they can look at somebody and read them. And they were like, yeah, we see you on it. Yeah, we see these women hollering at you. You know, there's one blatant womanizer. I said, yeah, I see how these women check you out. You know? So they cool and shit. And that's been a frustration. Like I said, I've had one seminar. I say 70% of the dudes in there were against what I was saying. I'm gonna say 70%. Some of them were blatant about it, some of them were just quiet. Then the other 30%, they were agreeing with everything. Those were the players. Right? And now I contrast that to one time I had a seminar. I mentioned this one before because it to this day is my favorite seminar. Right? I had a seminar where I had to talk to some brothers under the control of the court system. They were basically sitting in that seminar because judge told them you either sit there or you take your ass back to jail. Right? And this dude who had me come in and speak to him, he thought I was giving him some new shit. These motherfuckers, they were telling me shit. In fact, they not only told me my book back to me, they were giving me the extra stuff that I save for advanced people. I don't even talk about a lot of stuff publicly. Or even on my private site, I don't even get into because a lot of people still ain't there, right? I remember one of the dudes, right, and this in D.C., he was like, yeah, Rom, you know about Cessa 9? Cessa 9? I was like, yeah, Cessa 9, because he had that Benning Road accent for all y'all from D.C. Y'all know what I'm talking about. He was like, yeah, Cessa 9. And I was like, Cessa 9? What the fuck is Cessa 9? I can't say it like that. These were like thugs. And then he said, you know, from the tile sexology. I was like, oh, shit. I had to throw my notes out for the seminar then because these brothers were ready to go deeper. And for those of y'all don't, if you got to ask what sets of 9 are, bruh, you really ain't the player you thought you were. Or really, that's when you getting deep. If you could talk about sets of 9. Because that shit, you got some women who experience sets of 9. They shit. That'll keep your women from straying. But anyway, right? You know, these dudes, they were agreeing with everything. And I always thought about that to this day. I'm like, wait a minute, how I got these blatant womanizers? They telling me about advanced sexual techniques. They telling me about those underground sex parties. They were telling me some stuff I knew about the underground sex parties. And I'll let it go with that how I know. Right? And I'm like, hold up. One dude telling me he picking up a woman, got a man. He didn't give a fuck. He went outside, sat on his car, honked his horn. She came running out. And then he looked at the man like, what the fuck you gonna do? Like, those type of players. They have a problem with nothing. I'm like, damn. You know? And it really is because you see guys out here struggling and you trying to help them because, you know, you recognize they're good peoples. But then they don't want to listen and stuff. And then they want to fight you. And then, you know, if you say something that requires them to work, they get mad at you. And then they want to get mad at the women. They want to get mad at the thugs. But then they don't want to look in the mirror and say, hold up, what is it I'm doing? Because ultimately, that's what you got to do. You know, women are going to be women no matter what. And Alan Roger Curry has said this. I think Cario has said this. Any reputable coach is going to say this, right? One woman is going to treat like two different men in two different ways. It's going to be a double standard. One, she's going to treat subpar. She ain't going to get sexual with them. She ain't going to get romantic even if they dating. She'll make them wait 90 days. She'll make them wait 120 days and then get mad at them for even trying to get sex. And then the guys she actually wants, the guys who are select to her, she might be good if she waits 20 minutes. No joke. They will fuck you that quickly if they feel it. You just have to be a man and let them seem like you down for it. So, you know, it's a continuous frustration, but, you know, it's one I don't feel like having anymore. Seriously. That's why on my private site, it's all good bar all the time. Seriously. And that's going to be that on this site, man. Everybody just got to, like, step the fuck up, man. I'm tired of the frustration. I'm just, nah. Because a lot of dudes, because one of the reasons why, because there's some dudes there's a lot of dudes out there who are just, I ain't gonna say they like top alphas or good bar select men, dons or anything like that, right? But They just need a little bit of tweaking. I actually prefer to deal with guys like that because at least they open to growth. At least they open to growth, because I've had a lot of success stories hit me up. I had one brother, he just hit me up last night. Congratulations again, brother. He got the woman that was just right for him and shit. And he thanked me and shit. You know? But he already had a little bit, he had a little bit going on anyway, and he was willing to humble himself and listen. You know? Because I think a big part of the problem, and I've talked with other coaches about this, like far beyond YouTube, like some dudes who are like more mainstream, and a lot of guys, they hang on to the false belief, whatever false beliefs they have about women, like about a woman not wanting to have sex as much as a man. I guess they ignore all these magazines out there that tell women how to like have better sex, which you can see in your supermarket checkout line. Like, damn girl. Oh, Tisha saw her face. Anyway, right? I guess they ignore that. They'll fight you, and they embrace it for whatever reason. I mean, part of it's indoctrination, religious indoctrination, just being stubborn, right? And that's a big issue. So it's like when you tell them anything that contradicts it, they think you lying, or they think you're full of it. But meanwhile, they can't figure out how come they ain't getting the women they want. Meanwhile, somebody who's comfortable with a woman's nature, shit, they got women throwing the pussy at them. Like throwing it, like, here, catch this shit, motherfucker. Shit. You might miss one. It's like, hold up, baby. Oh, hold up. Don't step on it. That pussy was thrown at me. Yeah. Like one of those deals and shit, man. And now, like I said, it's, sometimes you get tired of beating your head against the wall and shit, man. Because I'm going to tell you what, when I was younger and I caught somebody, you trying to tell somebody something, and they ain't listen, or worse, they got belligerent about the shit, it was either A, beat the shit out of them, or B, look at what girl they checking for, go holler at her, and then make sure they know that you fucked them. Seriously, As I said in my video yesterday, it's coming down to survival of the fittest. And, guys got to just understand the game. And it's like, sometimes people ain't ready. Well, you know what? People talk about the red pill. And a lot of dudes think they're red pill. But the reality is, a lot of people, they still plugged in. And they seeing the red pill in the wrong way. I'm like, if you really got a red pill, then you should be able to manipulate the matrix to your liking. You should be able to do fantastic things like they did in the movie. So, yeah. But I just wanted to say that, man. I'm just, go do your thing. If, I deal with the people who at least want to grow. Because, like I said, I've been getting feedback from people for 20 years and shit, so that's what I'm proud of and stuff. There's probably about 100-something babies from what people have told me, born from the advice I've given. So it's like, my original intention, was to help people. It still is, but, some people, they just gonna have to, just suffer. Real talk. So anyway, right? That's it for today, y'all. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace and blessings.